Hey guys, this is TheBattleProductions. Welcome to another Wi-Fi battle against Lcs04. This is just a friendly match I just had with him, and I just brought random stuff on my team. So, yeah, it was a pretty good match. I could have swept him 2 times. One was because I was being nice, and the other one was because I was being stupid. But okay, let's get the battle started. So I sent out my Volcarona, and he sends out his Big Bird, which is his Star Raptor. So I predicted the Brave Bird, so I sent out my Trick Room Bronzong, even though he doesn't know that is a Trick Room Bronzong yet. But you probably could tell that it's not a defensive one because of how much damage it took right here. But now I go for the Trick Room. So, basically I go for the Gyro Ball, I take down his Star Raptor, and I have Life Orb damage. So, okay, he's going to send out his Gliscor, he's going to go for the Protect, and I was going to go for the Hypnosis, but I was hoping this was just a regular Gliscor and not Poison Heal, but why would I ever think that? But whatever. I take the Ice Fang right here, and I get a Frozen. I get Frozen at 3 HP. You know, that really would have mattered, but you know, well, not really. No, not really. Never mind. But I sent him my Fairy Seed. He's gonna send out his Kung Fu, which is his Infernape, but let's get a free layer of spikes up, and I'm gonna send out my Starmie, predicting the close combat. So Starmie takes it pretty good, even though it's not a defensive wall. So he sends out his Ferrothorn, and I'm gonna go for the Recover, predicting the switch. And yeah, that's great. So I'm gonna switch out into my Electivire. Just, you know, I just want to see what he would do. I don't know. He goes for the Gyro Ball, and that does a lot. Just because of how fast Electivire is and how slow Ferroseed is. So I send up my Conkeldurr, so predicting the like another Gyro Ball, but he ends up going for the Stealth Rocks, and I was like, okay. So I get a Bulk Up, and he goes for the Power Whip, and I go for another Bulk Up. Just, you know, I just want to get past this Ferrothorn. I mean, come on, this thing's like a beast. So what I'm going to do, after he gets his Leech Seed health, I'm going to go for the Drain Punch and take down his Ferrothorn. So, okay, I get Iron Barbs, and yeah. So he sends out his Kung Fu, his Infernape, and he goes first. He goes for the Flare Blitz, and this does a lot. Well, for +2 defense, but I just go for the Drain Punch, and I take down the Infernape. So, this is where I was being nice. So he sends out his Dumbledore, which is his Alakazam. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna switch out, cause I mean, I don't want the battle just to be a sweep. I mean, come on. So I send out my Ferroseed. He goes for the Psychic and doesn't do a lot. So and then he goes for the Focus Blast and he misses. And I put up a layer of spikes, and then he goes for Focus Blast again and takes my Ferroseed out. And yeah, I just talked really fast there, but whatever. So he goes for the Psychic and takes down my Volcarona. So I send out my Starmie, hoping he'd just, you know, do whatever he wants. And I go for the Hydro Pump when he switches in his Umbreon. This thing was annoying. You know, I probably just lost this match because of this thing. So basically he goes for the Confuse Ray, and I was like, really? That's just so dumb. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for the Substitute. That'd be cool if I get it, and I do. That's awesome. Goes for the Payback, and I think he takes out my sub. Yeah, he does. But okay. I switch out into my Conkeldurr. Just going to take the Payback, and I was like, okay, sweet. So I take it like a boss, and then I go for the Bulk Up, I think. Am I right? Oh, he switches out into his Batman, and I was predicting, oh, now I know, I was predicting his Alakazam to come in, so I went for the Payback, but no, I guess that's not going to work. So he's going to go for the Earthquake. I go for the Bulk Up, and I was like, okay, here we go. It's time to mess with this thing. So he's going to heal up from Poison Heal. He's going to go for another Earthquake, and I was like, okay, that's not really that worth it, because Payback really doesn't do a lot. And yeah, it's not worth it. I don't want to lose my Conkeldurr to something that doesn't even have. It's not really. That's a defensive. Well, I should say I don't want to lose it because of a defensive wall. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing. So I send out my Starmie, and he sends out his his Umbreon, and I predict that, and I go for the recover. So yeah, it's cool. And if you hear my dog barking, then woohoo! Okay, so I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump, hoping I get a crit, but no. He goes for the Confuse Ray, and I was like, oh, really? So, and I was like, are you serious? And now I'm gonna go for a recover. I'm gonna go all the way, pretty much all the way up to full health, and that's awesome. And he goes for the payback here, and that does a lot. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna switch out. So I go up to my calculator, and I think, oh yeah, he predicts that and goes for the Moonlight, or he just thought he could live the Hydro Pump. But okay, now I go for the no, he goes for the Confuse Ray, and I was like, really? Why this thing too? So I try going for the bulk up, I get hit by Confusion. I was like, really? That's just ridiculous. So okay, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna try getting a bulk up this time. Nope. So this really stinks. So he goes for the Toxic, and I was like, why? Because I have guts and I can sweep you now. I get hit by Confusion. And yeah, that really sucks. So okay, of course I make a misclick and he snaps out of Confusion. I was like, oh, really? Come on, that's ridiculous. And I still lived the payback anyways. I could have just lived. I could have went for the Drain Punch. I could have taken it out, and I could have swept. But no, that's not how it's gonna work. So I send out my Electivire. I go for the Thunder Punch so I can weaken it a lot, and he just goes for the payback. So okay, now it's 3-1. My Starmie's at really low health, so I'm just gonna go for the Hydro Pump. I'm gonna take down his Umbreon, and I'll die from recoil. So that is a good game, Lcs04, and yeah. Please like, favorite, comment, subscribe, check out the people in my box, and see you guys next time for some more Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battles.